Hey man, lights on, cameras on, real nigga in this bitch, man. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
Welcome to Raw It!
OGHatch, you know the fuck, man. They play on me, man.
DJ, hit me! Damn. Fuck it up. She throwing it. Yep. Yes, sir. What's poppin' with y'all? And welcome back to another motherfucking episode of the Thin Line Between Genius and Insanity podcast, hosted by yours truly, OGHatch. Who the fuck it is, man? What's up? Hope you're looking good, feeling good, staying safe. There's a whole lot of shit going on in Tristan. So shout out to everybody around the world that's tapped into the conversation, man. I truly appreciate all love, support, man. Keep building this empire brick by motherfucking brick. Episode 173. Jesus fucking Christ. Damn, man, this shit going by fast, man. On the grind 200, this shit don't stop for a motherfucking me. So I am battling a little bit of I think it's just allergy season out here in AZ, man. It's monsoon season, man. So the dust is flying everywhere. Whole bunch of motherfucking dust storms and all that good shit going on, man. So a little bit under the weather, but we're gonna get this shit rocking, man. Episode 173 on the grind 200. This shit ain't stopping for a motherfucking me soul at all, man. I want to shout out to everybody that's tapping on all DSPs, man. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, etc., man. On YouTube, tapping on OGHatchTV. Shout out to you, man. Subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, all the good shit to YouTube to say. There's a whole lot of shit in the month for me, Doc. Let's go and get right into it. You know, on past episodes, I come on this podcast and I've talked about black people as a culture. We don't actually understand the power of our influence, our cosign. We are the culture. And when I say we are the culture, I think we all know that it isn't just about hip hop. It's about the way we walk, the way we talk, our jokes. Our sense of humor is mainstream humor. Everything about what we do is mainstream. We may not get the direct credit for it, but everything about us is the mainstream. I bring it up to say, because one of the main people in the news cycle today is Deion Sanders. I don't think there's going to be a day anytime soon where Deion Sanders, primetime, Coach Prime, isn't a main fixture in the news cycle. What Deion Sanders is doing right now is something that hasn't really been done. It's been done in movies. What's that little movie? What's that show they got going, All American or some shit like that? They're literally comparing that to Deion Sanders right now. The reason why I bring up Deion Sanders and I bring up, you know what I'm saying, how I talked about on past episodes about us not understanding the direct impact of our influence. You know, news came out that Colorado versus Nebraska game generated $18 million for that city.
Wow.
Let me repeat that. The Colorado versus Nebraska college football game, head coached by Deion Sanders, quarterback Shadur Sanders, star player Travis Hunter. They generated $18 million in revenue for that city for one game.
Wow.
One game. You turn on your TVs today, I'm recording this on Saturday. You turn on your TVs today, Saturday game day for college football. Today you got Colorado versus Colorado State. You turn on your TVs today for game day, what did you see? You turned on ESPN yesterday, what did you see? What you saw was First Take at Colorado. What you see today is Lil Wayne performing at Colorado. What you seen yesterday was the Pat McAfee show at Colorado. What you seen was The Rock at fucking Colorado. What you seen today was Offset at Colorado. What you're seeing is an abundance of stars. That shit look like Black Hollywood, man.
Wow.
That shit look like Black motherfucking Hollywood, man. You got Primetime, you got Coach Prime fucking giving Lil Wayne a jersey, his Colorado jersey, him put it on before he fucking performed a milli.
Wow.
That shit look like Black Hollywood, man. It look like Atlanta, Canada, Colorado for a motherfucker me did. What you're seeing is an abundance of star power come through Boulder. I got news that motherfucking me, the highest ticket in college football across the nation is in Colorado.
Wow.
This team was just 1-11 last year. You got Coach Prime coming through, 86 new people. Yeah, we're going to keep 10 of you niggas, all right? You got scholarships, we're going to keep 10 of y'all. 86 new players, whole new coaching staff. He's already won more games than they won last year. And now he got the highest ticket in the country. One home game, they generate $18 million for the city? Are you serious? $18 million? And you got niggas out there hating on Coach Prime. You got all these coaches hating on Coach Prime. You got the Colorado State head coach coming out. What's his name? Jake Norvell? Coming out talking about Coach Prime, talking about when he talked to adults, he take off his shades and his hat. My nigga, Deion Sanders has been doing that shit for over 35 years now. I don't remember a time where I've ever really seen Deion Sanders without his shades. It's really rare to see Deion Sanders without his shades and a hat. So you really just talking shit. I thought the nigga was white until I got confirmation the nigga was actually just mixed. I thought the nigga was white from the pictures they be choosing, from the way he was talking and all that. Because I understand the hate. When you got somebody like Deion Sanders coming through and doing what he's doing, the way he's doing it, there's going to be a lot of people who's jealous because they didn't have that. Either they didn't have that mindset or they didn't have that opportunity. It's going to be one or two. Either they didn't have that mindset or they didn't have that opportunity. Both of those going to breed motherfucking jealousy and envy. When you got the same shit that happened to him when he was at the Jackson State, HBCU. What was the other HBCU head coach come out and say? He ain't really swag. If I ain't swag, he ain't swag type shit. You add other coaches, wherever Deion Sanders is going to go, there's going to be motherfuckers who's going to be mad at the impact that he generates. Because it's going to be breaking the mold, and he's going to have more power than they ever even dreamed of. With the Colorado State head coach coming out saying, motherfucking me, I take my hat and I take my shades off and I talk to adults. Deion Sanders when he got his whole team shades. We all knew that was coming. But Deion Sanders actually shit on the nigga by going to First Take, giving Stephen A. Molly Shannon Sharp shades. He went on Pat McAfee, giving all them niggas shades. He gave The Rock shades. He gave Lil Wayne shades. I didn't even know Deion Sanders had his own shades company until this shit came out. Blenders. In case anybody wants to know the money market and the power of the motherfucking black influence, Blenders, Deion Sanders shades generated $1.2 million in one day.
Wow.
$1.2 million in one day.
Wow.
So the man generated $18 million in one game.
Wow.
Nigga talk shit talking about Deion Sanders wearing shades and nigga sold out
Wow.
1.2, one more,
Wow.
in one day.
Wow.
You can't make this shit up. The power of the black influence is there. If you need any more proof, it's right motherfucking here. And if you want to identify a man who understands his value, it's Deion Sanders. I remember when Deion Sanders signed with Colorado for like 28, 29 million or something like that. And the president of the university or whoever, the main guy at the university came out and said, yo, my nigga, we don't even got that money right now, but we gonna get it. He came and signed a contract for damn near $30 million without the person even having the money. The damn community generated the money in in less than a motherfucking month to get Deion Sanders his goddamn money, man. That whole We Coming shit, that shit hit different, dog. We Coming hit different when you generate money like that. That nigga moving mountains right now, dog. 18 million in one game. I want to see what the goddamn money is right now for this weekend alone. For the Colorado versus Colorado State. When you got niggas like The Rock coming through, when you got First Take coming through, when you got a Pat McAfee show coming through, when you got Lil Wayne performing, come on, my nigga. They wasn't there last week. And if you generated 18 million last week without that, now I get that was the home opener, but this motherfucking it's a state rival. If you generated 18 million just off the home opener without these big wigs coming to town to be at this game, you're not gonna sit here and tell me you're not gonna generate at least 24. I'm saying at least 24 million with The Rock alone. This shit is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I've always believed in Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders' playing days is way before me even watching football. But there's guys who you inherit as legends. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, you always heard Deion Sanders is that nigga. come across, must be the mother. I've gone down this list of things with Deion Sanders already. But to see the impact still going on, and by the time they got to this one, he went to HBCU. I kind of seen that happen, him dominating the HBCU, only because I am arrogant. Only because me growing up, we only talked about Alabama's, Mizzou's, you know what I'm saying, Clemson's, the niggas we see on TV. So yes, I was arrogant thinking, yeah, Deion Sanders gonna go ahead and go to the HBCU scene and dominate that. It wasn't until I started getting older so I realized, no, niggas in HBCU can actually ball. It wasn't until I realized, no, Deion Sanders, what they do in the HBCU is actually fucking special. But when you get the news of him going to Colorado, it's like, okay, he taking his sons to a bigger stage. The team, school sucks, period. They was 1-11. Yeah, he may have some skilled players, but I really thought the trench war was gonna be motherfucking me better. I thought he was really gonna lose the battle up front so bad. I truly thought that. I truly motherfucking thought that. Throughout the first two games, they've held up. They've surprised me. But as the season goes on, you got the USCs coming up. You got these other big wig schools coming up, these primetime games. You want to see how they're going to stand up. But to see them holding up so far, and you know it's only going to get better, it surprises me how motherfucking successful so fast primetime is. The domination is fucking crazy. The Shedeur Sanders, that alone is crazy. The simple fact that he's doing what he's doing is crazy at this level. Because you can't sit here and say it's on some motherfucking it's on some he getting the hype because his father should know. The little nigga's fucking crazy right now. And he black, but he ain't out there scrambling. He really picking niggas apart with his arm. His footwork in the fucking pocket is impeccable. Travis Hunter, star player. There's not much to say about Travis Hunter. He's a star. He's a star, my nigga. He's doing something I haven't seen. I haven't seen a nigga be able to play both sides of the ball like that. Not saying that other niggas wasn't capable, but other coaches wasn't really allowing that. Yeah, you may see a nigga get a few plays. If he played defense, he may get a few plays that receiver, slot receiver or something like that. No, this man's playing every snap. He's doing something that, I don't know, I haven't seen before. He's doing some high school shit in college. So it's amazing to see, and to see that all the impact that they're doing and what they're doing right now for game day. And I'm happy the game comes on at night because I'm definitely watching that fucking game. The spread is fucking Colorado to win by at least 24. To see that Deion Sanders generating this motherfucking damn near Disney movie in front of our eyes, you have to also look at the hate that he's getting. You know, other coaches are coming out. They're talking about Colorado leaving the Pac-12. I believe that's what division they were in. You got the Colorado State coach coming out. When they won the first game of the season, you have people saying it was just one game. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna move on because my homeboys sent me some, some tweets and shit. Motherfuckers talking shit, other coaches and shit talking shit. You can't be surprised when people are hating on the fact that Deion Sanders is winning in so many ways. This man is impeccable. I don't even know what could come out that would stop niggas from really fucking with Deion Sanders. Because the thing that he's doing right now is motivating young men. Win, lose, or draw in that game, the impact that Deion Sanders made in that locker room is what true athletes marvel at. The simple fact that Deion Sanders is bringing former NFL assistant coaches and former NFL legends to be on his coaching staff to help teach these young men to be better players and better men. Real athletes and real niggas acknowledge that. So it's like, we all think, once Shedeur leave, he might, try to go to the NFL. He's come out and already said he has no interest in doing that. This is his lane. That is prime time. Niggas is gonna hate you when you don't do it by the book. When you're not doing it by the system. You're not kissing nobody's ass when your ass is the one being kissed. Other black men are gonna hate the simple fact that you're able to do what the fuck you're able to and they can't. And not all. Because you're going to have is that division of the ones who follow you because that's the line of thinking that they follow. That's the type of culture they want to be a part of. But then you have those others who want to have that stick up their ass and have and look at you like you a fucking disgrace. For a man like Jake Norvell, what the fuck your name is, to even mention that Primetime's mother, even insinuate that Primetime's mother didn't raise him properly. You have no merit or anything to even go off of to say that. So I say that to say, as a culture, as a people, we can't make this real news. We can't even acknowledge that shit. Because that's the type of hate you want to receive. When you winning nonstop, when you win, I'm talking all levels. Personal level, your son winning, and the kids around you that you coaching is fucking winning. You got Travis Hunter probably finna be the #1 draft pick. Your son probably finna be the #1 draft pick. Both of them going for Heisman's. Your other son on defense is a tackling machine. You got wide receivers out the ass who gonna be some top picks. You win on all levels. You generate money for the city. You're your own personal shades company. You're making $1 million in a day. When you win on all levels, you can't even acknowledge the hating ass niggas. So as a culture, we can't be surprised at this shit. This is the type of hate we love to receive. Niggas know, hey, when you hating, hey man, when you winning like that, man, you want to dash a little bit of criticism on top. That just make the shit taste even better, man. Real motherfucker me talk. That nigga Deion Sanders is amazing. That nigga's amazing, man. But moving on. You know, I pride myself on tackling all different topics. Politics, sports, you know what I'm saying, music. We've been big on that on music lately. Relationship advice, you know what I'm saying, mental health. I tackle all topics, man. I'm a jack of all trades, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, recently what's been going on in the news, you see a lot of talk about the Young Jeezy and Gina, what's her name, Gina May from The Real. Young Jeezy has filed for divorce. They recently just had a baby. You know, when I first seen this, I really wasn't going to talk about it because at the end of that, I truly don't give a fuck about Young Jeezy getting divorced from his wife. I don't know Young Jeezy. I don't know Jeannie Mae. When they got together, I was like, oh, okay. You know, he stepped outside the box. You never truly see a quote-unquote trap rapper, you know what I'm saying, crossing over to the Asians, you know, especially one that ain't got no ass or nothing like that. But it was different, you know what I'm saying? I figured he just found the woman of his dreams type shit. To see that Young Jeezy's filing for divorce, and you have this not even uproar, but you have this reaction from people I truly didn't expect. You had a lot of people rooting for them. You had a lot of people saying that they was building up this fake image in the light, and you know, people really wanted them to succeed, but they when the truth comes to the light, you know, because it's clips of her surfacing talking about how white meat keeps her mean and lean, and she lets her dark meat on the side type shit. And they going at that and saying, Young Jeezy, this is the woman that you married. I gotta be honest with you. As much as I truly don't give a fuck about the actual result of this, I think it's important for me to say this on this podcast because I don't really expect there to ever be a long-lasting, fulfilling relationship between a black man, African American, and a woman who's not American. I truly never see that. I know some happen, but it's rare. To me, the only time that those mix of cultures actually mix well, or even kind of mix well, because we know how America is when the other person is American. I don't know Jeannie Mae's background, but I'm pretty sure her parents aren't American born. I'm pretty sure they aren't. I'm not surprised that Young Jeezy's filing for divorce. If I had to throw my hat out there and say what the fuck it was, I would believe it's a cultural thing. I don't ever really see, I've never seen a good example of a black man and a Asian woman really getting, you know what I'm saying, being together like that. Now with the backlash that comes from those families. Even with my personal life, I've had women who aren't really American. They've been American, but they from other countries and shit like that. Me personally, I'm not even comfortable diving too deep into a serious relationship with those women because of the clash of cultures. Because there's only so much that your family's going to tolerate and that I'm going to tolerate. The moment we get into an argument, you start talking about your parents was right type shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, in my country we do this shit. Look, bitch, get the fuck away from me. And I can only assume that that's what happened in this situation. They just had a baby. They seem to be happily in love. And when a man files for divorce, usually, typically, that means some shit was going on that just couldn't be accepted. Either that she was cheating or it was some cultural shit. It was some underlying racism bullshit. When you got clips resurfaced of her talking about white meat keeps her mean and lean, and she likes her dark meat on the side type shit, like ugh type shit. Then when those clips resurface, that gives you an insight into possibly her upbringing. And that's not me even trying to call this woman racist, because she's fucking this man. And we understand that a lot of women outside of the American culture, even in American culture, we know white women who just sleep with black dudes for they dick. And it's the same thing with fucking Chinese women, Asian women, fucking Australian women. The woman from The Challenge even said she was Australian. She was Australian and Asian. And she was saying black men is only good. She didn't like black men until she started fucking them type shit. So that exists. It could have been, yo, she want to fuck a gangster rap nigga who used to sell dope. Got knocked up and tried to make the best of it. But deep down inside, she really couldn't stomach the fact that she was with a black man. Or what if her fucking family couldn't accept she had a baby with a black man? You know what I'm saying? So it's like cultural, I think that's what it is. Because you rarely see a man file for divorce. Now, usually, if his prenup wasn't shit, he just could have wiped his hands with it, okay. But I honestly think it was some cultural shit, because what she said lets me know a little bit more about how she was raised and probably what was going on behind the scenes with probably not even her directly, but with her family members. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit exists in the world. We've seen it time and time again. Me personally, I don't want to say it was a woman's family that did it. It was just me understanding the differences between the two cultures. The things that we do in our culture aren't accepted in other cultures, and damn near vice versa. So it's like, so no one wants to go through a situation where they're being looked down upon, you know, so especially when there's a baby involved. No one wants to be in a situation where it feels like the fucking grandparents on the other side is looking down upon you and, you know what I'm saying, bashing you type shit, possibly raise that child in a certain motherfucking way. So I think that's what really happened with the Jeezy and Jenna May shit. I'm not really trying to cast no aspersions, you know what I'm saying, because I truly don't know, but that's what I think it is. Because for people to just come out and, you know, go at Jesus and this is what you get for getting with a woman outside your race type shit, I don't think that's fair, but at the same time, I understand. That's why I always say, bro, if I'm gonna have a kid, bro, preferably it has to be with a black woman. It has to be, because there's too much that goes into this shit. You know what I mean? There's way too much that goes into this shit behind the scenes with other people that's gonna be involved in that child's life. And when cultures clash, we always on the wrong end of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's a dicey motherfucking game, if you ask me. It truly motherfucking me is, man. It's a dicey motherfucking game. But moving on, man. Hey, you know what? Can we get into the Nicki Minaj and her rapist ass boyfriend, fiance, whatever the fuck he is? Can we get into this, man? Look, I'm not a social media guy. I'm 28 years old. I'm not a social media guy. And I've never been convicted of no felons, no none of that. I'm not a social media guy, and I'm not a convicted fucking sexual predator raper. I'm not that guy. Why in the fuck do niggas who have that background feel so comfy being online talking shit? Brother, I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to the Nicki Minaj and Cardi B beef, nobody gives a fuck. I'm saying that to everyone involved. All y'all old as fuck and tired as fuck. Nicki, you damn near 50. Cardi B, you got like 4 kids. No one gives a fuck about y'all fighting. No one even wants to hear any rap beef songs from the two of you going at each other. No one truly gives a fuck. That beef isn't marketable. Y'all is the past now. Cardi B, you still going strong. Nicki Minaj, get the fuck out of here, man. No one gives a fuck. So now that I established the point that nobody gives a fuck about the actual Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj beef, we have to get into this fucking rapist. What's his name? Kenneth Petty? We had to get into this rapist. We had to get into this guy. Pause. My nigga, you need to go sit the fuck down. I'm being honest with you. Niggas like this don't deserve the benefit of the doubt. These videos should be scrubbed off the internet. Any one of you bozo ass niggas that's standing next to Buddy thinking y'all look hard, let me inform you, you look fucking disgusting. You look like fucking Cody's. You look like niggas he was doing this nasty sicko mode shit with back in the past with. You niggas are proudly standing next to this man, interjecting yourself in women's beef.
Wow.
Are you fucking serious? Listen, you niggas look stupid. Like, how did y'all see the photos? These niggas is posing like they got albums coming out. These niggas is on the block at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the fucking morning at the ages of 50 years old. It's empty as fuck. It ain't even no cars riding around this bitch. Everybody else in the world, in the cities, everybody else in the city is asleep or getting some pussy. Like, everybody else is knocked the fuck out. These old ass, retired, stupid niggas is on the block. Nicki Minaj. I'm tired of letting this bitch just float. I'm sorry. How many more predators do we have to be linked to Nicki Minaj?
Wow.
Before we actually deem this bitch a predator?
Wow.
Fuck it, I'm going all the way there. How many times? How many more people, man? We know about her sick ass brother, and we know about the support she lended him. We know about her sick ass husband, and not only did she fuck with, she went back to this nigga. Like, as much as we want to say about Safari ain't no predator ass nigga. This nigga, you literally was good. You was good. You went from Meek Mill to a fucking predator? This is y'all queen. This is y'all fucking queen. This ain't even me trying, you know what? Fuck that. I ain't taking no shots at that, whatever the fuck her fan base is called. This is directly at her. You a sick bitch. Kenneth Petty, you's a sick ass nigga. You's a sick ass, lame ass nigga. Because we know you spend at least half your life in jail. We know you spend an abundance amount of time in jail, so you wasted a lot of your time in your life. You ain't making no money. You living off Nicki Minaj. I don't give a fuck if you say you got more money than me. It ain't your money. You living off a whole woman. You living off a whole woman. And the simple fact that she's letting you live off her lets me know everything about her. The simple fact she has everything to lose and she don't give a fuck. She would rather attach herself to a fucking predator lets me know everything about this woman. See, I'm not one of those motherfuckers who just let people slide because they can fucking hold a note, you know, some rhymes, some fucking words. She thick in the hips. Yeah, I fuck Nicki Minaj, but I would slut Nicki Minaj ass out and let her know the type of bitch she truly motherfucking is. So I already know what type of bitch she is. I want to focus on your dumb, stupid ass. This nigga's on the, man, look, man. This nigga's on the block, B. This nigga's on the block, B. This nigga's at the VMA. These niggas wiping their nose, man. These 50-year-old, dumb, stupid, dirty-looking ass niggas is wiping their nose at 50 years old. Talking about where's Offset. That Offset was with Casanet having fucking fun. This nigga was on pogo sticks. Real talk. Offset was getting splashed in the face with water while he was asleep, having fun with Casanet, promoting this song, while you broke ass niggas was on the block asking for where's Offset, showing empty fucking streets. Are you serious, man? See, I don't expect nothing more from niggas who do long bids in the joint. I just don't. Any nigga that ever did a long stint in the joint, them niggas be kind of stupid. I'm gonna be honest with you. Them niggas be kind of stupid. They come out, them niggas, the shit that they do, it always makes me look, that nigga did do 15 years in a slammer. I don't expect much from you stupid ass niggas. And I don't expect much from a fucking predator. I don't expect much from a bitch who supports predators. But it blows my mind if that just gets ignored. I told you how I feel about Nicki Minaj. Is Nicki Minaj a good rapper? Yes. She is. Okay, whoop-de-fucking-do. Would Nicki Minaj be deemed the best female rapper of all time if she didn't have the backing of fucking Lil Wayne and Drake? Absolutely fucking not. Because Nicki Minaj ain't had a fucking song out and motherfucking me, 10 years. that we all sat back and said, nah, that shit nice. Me personally, come on, man. All that same flow. She's a fucking female version of Eminem. That same flow retired bullshit. Nicki Minaj pretty much died when radio died. Let's just keep it a buck. She's a Wale ass bitch. When radio stopped being the main contributor of people having impact on music, Nicki Minaj started sounding real motherfucking stupid out here, bro. She can't fucking keep up. All that you bitches is my son shit. Nobody wants to hear that bullshit, man. I didn't want to hear it 10 years ago. So how the fuck you think I'm feeling right now? If it ain't Sexy Red, man, turn that bullshit off, man. We keep it a buck. If it ain't Sexy Red, if it wasn't a Lotto a few months ago, and if it ain't Cardi B hopping on a few of these dope ass features, turn that bullshit the fuck off. Nicki ain't got shit coming. That rapist ass nigga she fucking with, we ain't trying to hear from it. Cut they fucking water off, man. I can't believe we still let these motherfuckers survive, dog. Out of all the shit that blows my mind and like media, it always blows my mind that motherfuckers haven't really got Nicki Minaj the fuck out of here. Like, if you don't want to get her out of here because she was supporting her brother, okay. To a certain level, I get that. It's her brother. She stuck between a rock and a motherfucking hard place. Okay. A motherfucker with morals will still make the decision to cut that nigga the fuck off and get away from that nigga, but she did. Okay. But the moment that she gets back with this rapist ass nigga, this fucking jailbird ass, bum ass nigga, it blows my mind that wasn't a sign to everybody truly what type of bitch she was. And for these niggas to be at the VMAs, these niggas, they still doing on social media now, his goons. What's his name? Big Zoo? Are you fucking serious? They like 5'2". I'm be honest with you, I've never identified a nigga under the height of 5'7" as big anything. I'm being real with you. Nigga, you 5'2". You not big shit, man. Let's stop the fucking cap. I'm never gonna lie to a nigga like that. If you short as fuck, I'm never gonna call you big nothing. I'm just gonna call you Zoo. I'm not calling you Big Zoo. You've never been big. You don't know what it feel like up here, my nigga. Like, stop the fucking cap. You're not even fat short nigga. You's a small ass nigga, bro. You're not big nothing. You're not even big homie to niggas that's younger than you. They taller than you, bro. You just another nigga, bro. Stop the fucking cap. These niggas is ridiculous, man. These niggas ridiculous. This bitch is ridiculous. All this shit is coonery, man. 50-year-old bitches and her predator-ass boyfriend trying to run down on bitches who got 4 kids. What are we doing, man? Fucking Vita, man. They so, man, ooh, boy, they so fucking lucky, man. Hey, moving on, man. Got time to talk about no fucking predator-ass niggas, man. Like, it just blows my mind type people we really be shining light on, bro. Like, how is her water not cut off? Like, let's keep it up. How is her water not cut off? Nicki ain't even been dropping no straight fire for us to even come back and forget that she straight supporting the predator-ass niggas. What if Nicki Minaj was straight dropping heat? I'd be like, you know what? I understand. But Nicki ain't dropping no heat. The last fucking song she had was what? Boom, 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 bass. That's that super bass. When the fuck did super bass come on? You know, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. It's time to pull out the handy dandy Apple Music, bro. Boom, super bass. When the fuck did super bass come out? When the fuck did super bass come out? I promise you. Super bass Nicki Minaj. When the fuck did this come out? We not playing this shit. We not even gonna go to this. When the fuck did this bullshit come out? What album was this? What album is this? What fucking... Man, this shit say 2010, man.
Wow.
This shit say 2010, man.
Wow.
This shit 2010, man.
Wow.
What album is this, dog? Pink Friday, the complete edition. 2010. Name me a fucking hit from Nicki Minaj that ain't super bass. Nicki Minaj, my nigga. Not no fucking features, no truffle butter bullshit. Nicki Minaj. We ain't the last one, man. And we finna keep letting this bitch slide with all that support for predators, man. Man, you niggas are sicko, man. Then they get even worse. Wasn't she the first person to hop on songs with a rat ass nigga?
Wow.
Wasn't she the first person to hop on songs with 6ix9ine? When is niggas in hip hop gonna hold Nicki Minaj accountable? Man, fuck that. I'm on one now. No, man, fuck that. I'm on one now. This bitch support. She support rapists. Her brother. They need a whole motherfucking me A&E true crimes on this disgusting ass, nasty bitch ass nigga. She's directly linked to 2 predator ass niggas, man, supporting lifestyles. And she was one of the first people to hop on the song with a fucking rat. Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, look, man. This is a female at the end of the day. So I don't want to engage in no fucking back and forth or no bullshit like that. But dog, why is this bitch water not cut off? Why is it, man? Moving on, man. And let's get to Stephen A. Smith right fast, man. Wow, man. The internet, man. You can't. They pick and choose, dog. They truly pick and choose, man. And I stand on what the fuck I've been saying. I think the cosign and the backing of two of the last greatest rappers in the game. 2 of the last niggas we can look at and say they're probably the greatest rapper of all time. Drake and Lil Wayne. Without having to co-sign them niggas, I promise you, this bitch water would have been cut off a long fucking time ago, bro. I truly feel like that. This bitch last hit came out in 2010. Alright, man. Moving on, man. And let's get into Stephen A. Smith right fast, man. Yo, Stephen A. Smith is making headlines right now. He's receiving a lot of backlash. It's weird because Stephen A. Smith is receiving backlash for talking about why him and Max Kellerman didn't work out. I'm surprised people are still asking Stephen A. Smith these questions. I be seeing Stephen A. Smith do these guest appearances on like other people's podcasts. He be getting asked the same questions. He be answering the same exact way. So it always blows my mind when people continue to ask the whole Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith relationship question. He's come out plenty of times and said he didn't believe that they was winning with that formula. He felt it was stagnant. He felt that Max wasn't really good at what the fuck he was doing. And I come over time and time again and told you I agree with him. Bro, I loved First Take. When Skip Bayless was there, I went and seen them niggas live. It was Skip Bayless' last little run. It was Molly Caron's first road show. It was peak First Take, my nigga. When Max Kellerman came on, yes, do I like Max Kellerman as an individual? Absolutely. But Max Kellerman does not fit the format of the show. He's not a debater. Max Kellerman is a fucking radio personality, which is what they sent his ass back to do with Keyshawn, Jay Williams on a KMJ show, KMZ or something like that, whatever the fuck the show was called. They put him back on there, and that fucking show got canceled. Max Kellerman is not a debater. You need someone to debate Stephen A. Smith, not someone to just challenge what Stephen A. Smith says. You need to actually have your own points and debate against this man. So I never really vibed with the whole Max Kellerman First Take era, as much as I fuck with Max Kellerman as an actual solo act. But you got people, you got Stephen A. receiving this backlash because people are saying, no, nigga, we actually fuck with Max Kellerman. People always tie back to the moment in time when T.O. was on First Take and he was telling Stephen A. Smith that Max Kellerman was more black than he was. People always go back to that moment and say that was the day that Max Kellerman days was numbered. People always say that's the moment in time Stephen A. Smith wanted to get him out of. He was mad at that. He was mad at people thinking that Max Kellerman was more down than he was. I don't think that's the case, bro. Do I think that's the reason why Stephen A. Smith and T.O. is going at it right now? Absolutely. But I don't think that because motherfucker said that Max Kellerman was more black than Stephen A., that's why Stephen A. got Max out of it. I truly don't believe it. I truly believe that the show was stagnant as fuck. I didn't feel the show was a good show anymore. The show was really on some Stephen A. shit. Yes, was Max Kellerman standing up for Black Lives Matter? Absolutely. Is it always great to see a white man in position to voice his opinion for us? It's always great to see that. That doesn't mean that I'm finna ignore your bullshit ass takes. The man was sitting up there saying with the fucking universe on the line, with the final shot coming down to it, he wouldn't want Steph Curry shooting the ball. He would want Andre Iguodala.
Wow.
That's the type of shit he was up there saying. So as much as I feel you coming to the cookout, my nigga, this is a sports show. When it comes to this sports shit, you have no legs to stand on. Like Stephen A. Smith said, you're not a former player. And not only are you not a former player, you're not even a fucking journalist. So truly, you just up here talking. And you want us to vibe with you when you up here saying you'd rather have Iguodala taking a game-winning shot over fucking Steph Curry?
Wow.
You have no merits to stand on. At least when you come to Stephen A. Smith, yes, he's not a former player, but his vocabulary, the way he structures his statements, the inside scoop he goes and gets, you have to lean into that and look at the credibility that man has. With his years of being on the Philadelphia Inquirer, you don't have that with Max Kellerman. It was just a talking head. It's too much other niggas who come on that show with credibility to stop at Max Kellerman being directly across a man with so much credibility, and you have none whatsoever. Max has credibility in the world of boxing. That's not a boxing show. That's why Max has his own fucking boxing show. So it's interesting because I understand why the dynamics didn't work. But I asked this question, was Stephen A. Smith wrong? Because in hindsight, looking back on it, and you have all these people coming out saying how much they fuck with Max Kellerman. In hindsight, was it right to get rid of Max? You know, they have Shannon Sharp on there right now, and I believe they said last Tuesday, their episode came out, over 700,000 people was watching First Take Live. That's not including the people that's happening on YouTube, like I do. I watch the YouTube shit. You got over 700,000 people watching you live. Undisputed was only over 100,000. First Take is going to win regardless. That's one thing we need to clarify. First Take is going to win regardless because ESPN is the powerhouse. ESPN is the powerhouse, and First Take is their premier show. You can't look at the numbers per se to judge whether or not the right move was made towards Max Kellerman being let go. You have to look at possibly the people. But a lot of times, man, the people don't understand everything that goes into creating a great show. We may have our moments where, yes, this was a high. But when you're trying to create a great show, and you need people on set to not only respect each other, but motherfucking me understand understand the background the other person has. Because if I'm sitting across from somebody and we talking, and I know for a fact I got way more in my background than they do. I'm way overqualified to even be talking to this person. And they sitting across from me saying some bullshit, it's not going to be a great work environment. It's just not. So I can understand why he was let go. But when you look at the reaction from the people, years later, it makes you think, okay, well, damn, could he have done this rotation of guests and just kept Max Kellerman on? Could he just gave Max a lesser role? Could he just, now you got a rotation of niggas that come in. Shannon Sharp only does Mondays and Tuesdays. You got the Ryan Clarks. You got the Dan Orlovskis. You got the Michael Spears. You got all these niggas that's rotating in that chair to sit across from Stephen A. Smith. So what if he did just keep Max in on a little slot? But I don't know. I truly don't know. I think it's interesting is the backlash he is getting because everyone was just hooting and hollering about Shannon Sharp being over there. And just a week or two later, now you have people trying to go at Stephen A. Smith saying, no, it was you that we was tired of. It's interesting to see. It lets you know how fickle shit can be, but this is not something that's new. He's been saying this shit for years now. He's been saying this shit for absolutely years, and I think it's also pivotal to acknowledge that since Max Kellerman has left that show, none of his shows he's been on, I don't even know if the boxing show is still airing for real. If that is still airing, that's probably the only thing that's still airing. Because the show he had with Keyshawn and Jay Williams, that shit's no longer. I only know Jay Williams is on ESPN. We know Keyshawn Johnson, huh? So it's interesting, bro. It's very motherfucking interesting, bro. It truly is. But moving on. You know, I've been tapped in with certain YouTubers for quite some time now. You got the Cash Nasties, you got the Flight Reacts, you got the Pretty Boy Fredos. You got a lot of these dudes, man. One of the guys that I was really tapped in with very, very young. Well, he was very young. Years ago was DDG. He's one of the very first YouTubers I came across that I just truly just started watching their content. I used to watch the little nigga when he was in college, so he used to do little college videos and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, why wasn't I thinking of shit like this? So I always marveled at his progression in life, from going to college, dropping out of college, becoming a full-time YouTuber, being, obviously rich, becoming a rapper. Now he's with Hailey Bailey, people always, rumors are going around she may be pregnant. I always sit back and marvel at that little nigga's career. I'm like, damn, this nigga he really did something with some shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, I always see the shit on Twitter talking about Hailey Bailey has got with a loser ass nigga, nobody ass nigga. And I've always been one of them dudes who was like, what? Like, that's fucking DDG. Like, the little nigga lit out here, ain't he? Like, this little nigga lit. He got platinum songs. He's a YouTuber. He rich. Like, I'm like, this nigga's lit, ain't he? It takes me a time to understand the dynamics of the relationship. I didn't know who Hailey Bailey was. Hailey and Chloe Bailey, I didn't know who they were. I understood that they were proteges, quote unquote, of Beyonce. But I didn't understand exactly the impact that would have on dynamics of a relationship. Because up until she became Little Mermaid, I didn't know she did anything. I thought maybe she was like the Westbrook. She was the Indian love girl. Like, oh, she's just a little cute chick that a celebrity or something like that. But now I see that they sing and she acts and does that. I can see, okay, she has a long, bright future in Hollywood, possibly. But it's the step of the Beyonce protege thing that really dwarfs the whole DDG building himself up from nothing, him being a budding star type shit, right? So as much as I didn't understand why he was calling him lame and nothing ass nigga, why the perspective on dude was just so bad, I had to kind of understand why after I realized just how important she was to this whole Beyonce lineage thing, right? DDG, I repeat, is a YouTuber. He's a vlogger, he's a YouTuber, he's a live streamer. I have to make that statement known because you have to understand what type of nigga you have to be a TikTok, Twitch live streamer, a vlogger, YouTuber. All these niggas have to go over top to go viral and maintain that relevancy. You gotta keep it where it is. When you get into this content creator space, you chasing that high. And once you get that high, you're trying to maintain that high so you can keep this money coming in. DDG is going viral right now because he had a clip come out to where he said some men broke into his house. They broke into his house while he was there sleeping in the bed, catching some Z's, counting sheep type shit. 2 men broke into his house, which is caught on security surveillance, by the way. They broke into his house, and they had some cameras in their hands. They broke in there with masks on. They didn't steal not a fucking thing. They broke into DDG's house just to slap him.
Wow.
They slapped him and ran out the house, not taking one item. And when I say this, you got DDG putting on the whole, to whoever you are, if you think this, he putting on the whole act, you know what I'm saying? And when I seen this, cuz, I'm be honest with you, this was the first time I seen something that DDG had did, and I was like, okay, I totally understand why the people look at you the way they do now. This justified all the lame, corny, nigga, you ain't shit comments when it comes to you and Halle Bailey. I don't, look, I'm going to say this and I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to move on. I want to go viral too. I would never understand the faking of death, the faking of harming yourself, the faking of putting your well-being at risk for views. Look, my nigga, that's clearly a skit. That's clearly niggas you know that came in your house and they slapped you. When have you ever heard somebody break into somebody's house just to slap a nigga and running out? Now, if a nigga break in your house and slap you and keep you hostage or something, beating your ass, that's different. Even then, a nigga would take something. But the simple fact that you would go out of your way to do some shit like this when your girl is a fucking superstar in Hollywood right now, you have to understand the shit that you do not only impacts you, but it impacts her. She's a fucking she's Little Mermaid, my nigga. She's Beyonce's protege. She's with you. And your goofy ass are faking and staging robberies for fucking what? Cause you want attention? You want it that bad, my nigga? And the reason why I'm confident saying the shit was staged is because the nigga who slapped him had on the same damn outfit the nigga who was with him the earlier in the day, the past couple of days had on. We all feel very confident that we know who the fuck that is, bro. And you posting fucking video and you think this is funny. I mean, shut the fuck up, man. Your girl's a fucking star in Hollywood. She's in the prime, she's in the perfect spot of her career, my nigga. And this is what you doing. This is what you doing. I don't know. That attention, man. Niggas want attention that bad. He in a relationship with a woman that it's inevitable, my nigga. She's gonna be bigger than you. She's bigger than you. She's more important than you. All your hard work you done, it don't fucking matter. It's inevitable. Accept it or get the fuck out the picture, my nigga. You wanna be in the news so bad you faking break-ins and assaults. Come on, man. The girl gonna leave for a real nigga. I'm telling you, it's in the fucking cards, my boy. It's truly in the motherfucking cards. But moving on, man. Before we get the fuck up out of here, let's get into designer right fast, man. Designer will be having to register as a sex offender.
Wow.
Designer got into a bit of trouble. I'm not sure if I brought this up on the podcast or not, but Designer got into a bit of trouble on a flight from Japan to New York or some shit like that, where he exposed himself and pulled out his dick and was, so trying to jack that motherfucker off. We had flight attendants saying that man was on brick hard. He was exposing himself. He got arrested. That's when he came out and said he's been struggling with a whole bunch of things. We all know about the video that went viral after takeoffs, passing him crying and stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't expect Designer to be getting a sexual offender registry type result, because when you got a lawyer, it's like, man, you could have did something. But I guess when you expose yourself on a plane, it's to so many people, you're properly placed where you need to be placed. I don't know what possessed this man to think that him being on an airplane with other people was the time and place for him to try to jack his dick off. I don't even know if he was in first class. You know how in first class now, they got those like cubicles type shit. I don't even know if he was in one of those, bro. Like, at this point, I don't even think it matters. For you to pull out your dick on a plane anywhere not in the bathroom is wild as fuck, bro. Now, the simple fact that you still have to register as a sex offender, that very well may be where you deserve to be. I don't know. The real reason why I bring this up is because, yes, Designer's a sex offender. But Designer didn't rape anyone. Designer didn't, you know what I'm saying? The sex offender list can be sketchy at times because you can be in the park pissing in the bush type shit. You get an asshole cop, my nigga, can take your ass in there and people seeing you, and you can have to register on the sex offender. I've seen that case happen time and time again on Law and Order. But the reason why I want to bring this up about Designer is because I have a question about hip hop, man. Does hip hop exploit slow people? Like, hear me out, man. You got the cases of a designer. When designer came out, I don't think anyone can really sit here and say they didn't think it was something a little bit off about designer. Like, designers, he a little, it's something off there, bro. And I'm not trying to sit here and say because something's off with designer, he shouldn't be able to utilize his skill set, his talents to be, you know what I'm saying, a star in the world. I'm not saying that. I applaud the people who have those difficult educational backgrounds and still overcome that shit and become stars. I have a huge spot in my heart for those type of people, because as a kid, I understand that kids can be the most evil motherfuckers in the world. And as a kid, I used to see the people who was in those slow classes be treated a certain way. Hell, I even cracked jokes on them niggas a few times. But I don't think none of us can sit here and look at designer when he first came out. All that bullshit. None of us can look at that and say it wasn't something wrong with that nigga, man. So when the news comes out about designer exposing himself on a goddamn plane, as wild as the situation was, it wasn't wild because of the person that was involved. It's wild because, damn, what nigga in their right mind would pull out their dick on the plane and start beating they shit? Because I think he said because he ain't had no ass in a long time.
Wow.
How do you leave Japan and not get no ass?
Wow.
Ain't the red light district the only thing that's good in Japan? Like, what the fuck was you doing in Japan? You ain't getting no ass. That's the least you could have got, some ass. Ain't shit else in Japan. But it's like, no person in their right mind would do that. So it's really not the person that's involved in this situation. Because I guess recently I was talking about the Sukiyana situation at the VMAs. You got a lot of people on social media talking about, because her caption was, they knew who I was when they invited me. And I think it was Tariq Nasheed who said she's absolutely right. These executives, these producers, they want to exploit this version of us. And she's come out time and time again and said she was in the slow classes. There's been time and times again when she was off guard, so she didn't know the camera was on her. The energy she was displaying very much resembled the energy of a fucking slow person. And like I said, time and time again, the slow girls are the new it girls. And once again, just because you were slow doesn't mean I don't think you can become a star. What I'm saying is when these people are slow and they're exhibiting these behaviors, it's usually because there's no one around to fucking guide them in the right direction. My nigga, if you slow, you need somebody around you. The public don't need to know who that person is, but you need someone in your camp to make sure you're not going off the rails and fucking up the money. That you're not embarrassing not only yourself, not only your family, but the people as a culture. You need someone in your camp, not just people around you who gonna tolerate all this bullshit because you get into the bag. And I think hip hop really exploits slow people, bro. I truly motherfucking me do. Because when Designer had that Panda song, who was right there next to him? Who was in the video driving in circles and shit with him? Kanye West. What was Designer signed to? Good Music. Designer was with the prominent group in hip hop. Who's with Designer now? Now that Panda ain't getting in rotation no more. Now that niggas ain't Timmy Turner no more. Who's with Designer now? You had this person who I believe is mentally a little bit not there. You had this person, you took him to the top, you showed him the highs of the motherfucking highs. You used him all up for what he was fucking good for, and you dropped his ass down, and he's been falling down precipitously every motherfucking me since. And reminder, he's not someone who I believe is all the way mentally there. Use and abuse these niggas, man, and leave their ass out to dry. I don't respect that, I never will. And it's not to excuse Designer for the shit that he did. This is just me viewing this shit, seeing a pattern in hip hop, and seeing that the exploitation is real. And after they use your ass up, they let your ass go, and your ass is, now you just a fucking sex offender now. And who knows? I don't know how long he got to be on the registry. It could be a temporary thing or it could be a permanent thing. That man had to be on the sex offenders list. He got 2 years of probation. He got like over 100 hours of community service, and he can't have no guns. Like, what the fuck does this man pulling his dick out got to do with him not having a gun? So I don't know what kind of lawyer this nigga truly had. I don't know how much he paid for his defense. But I mean, damn, like, it don't even sound like you really won, my nigga. It truly don't sound like Designer won or he even took a plea for it. This was just a punishment. This not just a straight punishment. They didn't take it easy on Designer ass at all. There's no way, bro, if I got money, and there's no way, bro. There's no way if I got money, I would have went on that list, bro. I'm sorry. If I got money and I was in this stupid ass position, there's no way, bro. Like, that's gonna fuck up a whole lot of shit, bro. He can't be around schools. Think about this, bro. As a performer, you can't perform at no high schools. You can't go perform. When you on the sex offenders list, can you perform at colleges? Can you do that at colleges? I'm not sure. But I know you can't be at high schools. You can't do no little school appearances or nothing like that for the youth or no shit like that. You can't be around no kids. Bro, this is gonna be crazy. I'm sorry. I don't know what performer can tolerate not being a performer around kids. I just don't. I don't even, bro. I went to the Snoop Dogg concert. It was niggas that my age. And I seen a man that he had his daughter there with him. She was like at least like 12, 13. She was sitting like right next to us, bro. So like, I don't know what performer in today's climate that's not like a legendary act that can perform and it won't be kids there. Especially a nigga like Designer. Like, I mean, come on now. I mean, come on, man. Designer, when he go to a club, when he do some concert, it's gonna say like all ages available type shit. Ain't gonna say no 18 enough for Designer. That's gonna fuck up a lot of shit for Designer, bro. I'm gonna be honest. That's tough. That's tough as fuck. I wish the best for Designer. I hope he gets the help he deserves. He gotta get psychiatric exams and stuff like that too because of all this shit. I truly, man. Yeah, I hope he gets his shit together, bro. That's tough. That's a long fall from panda, and a few years later, sex offender. That's a fucking fall off for your ass, boy. Real talk. But before we get up out of here, man, you know, as I mentioned earlier in the episode, Offset was out in Kai Cenat's. He was with Kai Cenat, having a good time. He was on a 24-hour live stream with Kai Cenat. I think that's some of the dopest shit ever, man. Just to be a kid recording, you know what I'm saying? We grown ass man now, but just to be somebody who started off recording in their basement and shit like that on camera. Now you got these rappers and shit like that coming and spending the night at your crib with you because they understand the impact and the influence that you got. Like, that's fucking amazing, bro. Yes, Offset is there. You're on the promo. That's probably the biggest promo ring you can probably do right now, to be honest with you. Just going on Kai Cenat live stream and doing a 24-hour live stream with him. That's probably the best promo you can really do right now. But to go there and understand the type of influence that he got, promoting your new song that Offset got, it's just nice to see. You know, it's always like he got these celebrities come on there and they kick it with him. But while Offset was on there, you know, him and Kai Cenat, they kind of broke down the Krabby Patty theory. And saying that, you know, Mr. Krabs, you know what I'm saying, the Krabby Patty, it gotta be a crab cake. And when Offset said that, I'm like, damn, Krabby Patties gotta be crab cakes. The secret formula is it's not a fucking burger, it's a fucking crab cake. It makes so much motherfucking sense now, right? But since we want to get into conspiracy theories about SpongeBob SquarePants and Mr. Krabs, I think it gets even a little bit deeper than that. And maybe I'm just a little bit high, but it gets a little deeper than that. You know, Mr. Krabs is the only crab in Bikini motherfucking Bottom. When has that ever been a thing? It's only one of you niggas? Okay. The restaurant is a crab catcher. Okay. If we believe the theory of the Krabby Patties are truly crab cakes, where the fuck is all the crab meat coming from?
Wow.
Mr. Krabs is a crab. Not only is he a crab, that nigga was cheap. The nigga was a cheap crab. I'm getting to a crab in a barrel mentality. Where's the other motherfucking me crab? It was only one nigga getting money in Bikini Bottom.
Wow.
It's only one nigga getting money in Bikini Bottom. That's what you mean tell me? Mr. Krabs is killing off his own homies and selling them as fucking food to you niggas. Mr. Krabs is killing off all the other crabs, bro, and making Krabby Patties, B. It was only one crab in the whole Bikini Bottom getting money, my nigga. That is crab in the barrel mentality. Nigga, he ain't letting nobody else eat. He killing off all these niggas and he the only nigga that's eating, bro. It get deeper than that, B. As a kid, we only stuck on the part that, yeah, SpongeBob and Patrick, them niggas was gay. Them niggas had to be on some gay shit. We was only stuck on that. Our brains only developed enough to see that portion of it. But when you truly think about it, man, Mr. Krabs was a black dude, and Mr. Krabs had a crab in the barrel-like mentality. He was the only crab in Bikini Bottom getting money. Nigga, he was down there the only nigga in Bikini Bottom getting money for real. He was cheap as a motherfucker. Where was all the crab meat coming from? Exactly. Why the fuck was all the other crabs and all the other crabs we seen on SpongeBob, it was like pirates or some shit.
Wow.
You ain't peeped that? It was all like pirates or some shit like that. He was the only crab getting money, dog. That was a black man, crab in the barrel ass mentality, man. That SpongeBob shit get deep, man. You ain't got your kids watching that shit, man. I think that's all we motherfucking got, man. Let me run through the docket right fast, make sure we ain't missed nothing. We got the power of the black influence. Colorado versus Nebraska raising at $18 million. Deion Sanders making a hell of a business decision with that $1.2 million in one day with the blender shades. Jeezy and Jeannie Mae getting divorced. Got social media confused. Nicki Minaj, her rapist ass boyfriend, Meek. I went on a rant, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go back and when I edit, I think that was like a 10-minute rant. I think I went a 10-minute rant about them predator ass niggas, man. Stephen A. Smith receiving backlash for what he's been saying about Max Kellerman. Was he wrong for getting Max off the show? Did DDG justify the lame coin narrative that's spread on social media? Designer being cast as a sex offender, and Offset cracking the Crabberberry secret formula conspiracy theory. Yeah, that's a theory. Yeah, Jesus Christ, conspiracy theory, hash fuck. Great episode, bro. Great ass motherfucking episode. But with that being said, you already know what the fucking time it is, man. DJ, drop that fire ass beat, my boy. Great episode, man. Great ass motherfucking episode 173. That line between genius and motherfucking insanity podcast hosted by yours truly. You know I get up on this side, man. It's all love these ways. Never let them start you with the bullshit. Always keep the main thing the main thing. Stay safe, stay sharp, stay sane. And how's this episode, man? We out this motherfucker. Peace. Damn. Hey man, great ass episode, man. Episode 173. Thin line between genius and insanity podcast. I had fun. Recording this episode. A little bit under the weather, but we knocked out the motherfucking me part, man. You know, I said this before, but I'm gonna say it again, man. I truly wish I had the opportunity to play for a nigga like Deion Sanders, bro. Like this shit is just. Even if I think a lot of these celebrities is going there because they all like, fuck, we wish we had this. Like, these motherfuckers going to Denver right now, bro, that they wouldn't even go to the fucking Denver Nuggets celebration. You got The Rock there, you got the Pat McAfee show there, you got First Take there. You know, so you got Lil Wayne performing. Like, they going against Colorado State, nigga. They ain't going against nobody that's fucking, you know what I'm saying, that's top tier. It's just the environment, bro. Life is about memories. Life is about moments. And it's about experiences, dog. Just to be there and know that what you doing is being broadcasted on all over the world. This ain't even just like no shit that's just in Boulder. This ain't just in Colorado. It just ain't in the States no more. All around the world, motherfuckers is tapped into what Deion Sanders got going on right now, man. So, it's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful sight to see when you see a black man this much power, this much influence. he the right person to have the influence. You know what I'm saying? You know how some niggas got that influence, you be like, I wish he wasn't the voice. Like Deion Sanders is one of those very rare cases of a nigga who get the power and get the influence that truly deserve it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing to see. I'm definitely tapped in, watched them whoop Colorado State ass. Fuck Jay Norville for talking all that motherfucking me shit. I'm gonna put my hat and my shades on just to watch the motherfucker be gay, man. A great episode, man. I fuck with y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. Subscribe to the channel. You know, it's on YouTube, OGHatchTV. Ring that bell, drop a comment, all the good shit to YouTube to say. For people tapped into all DSPs, man, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, no matter where you listen to the podcast, man, review the podcast, give it a good rating, give it that 5 stars for a nigga. Let's keep this empire brick by motherfucking brick, man. You know how the fuck I give it up, man. It's your boy OG Hatch, man. Peace.
Welcome to Raw is OG. Hatch, you know the fuck, man.
You did.